Are you over 60 and taking vitamins every day? Stop for just 10 seconds. Because you might be taking the right ones, or you might be unintentionally harming your heart, your brain, and your bones. Many older adults believe that the more vitamins they take, the healthier they'll be. But the truth is, after age 60, your body no longer absorbs, processes, and eliminates vitamins the same way. Some supplements that were once considered good can become a burden on the liver, overthin the blood, damage your nerves, or even increase your risk of kidney stones or arterial calcification. And the most dangerous part, most of these issues happen silently, without symptoms, until it's too late. In today's video, I'll show you the 5 vitamins people over 60 should stop taking immediately, not because they're bad, but because they're no longer right for the way your body functions now. For example, high-dose vitamin E can overthin your blood. Calcium pills can build up in your arteries. Excess B6 can damage your nerves. Too much vitamin A weakens your bones. And high-dose vitamin C increases the risk of kidney stones. But don't worry. After the warnings, I'll share the 5 vitamins and nutrients older adults truly need to protect their heart, brain, memory, and bones. From vitamin D3, the immune-boosting key, to B12 energy and cognition, K2 anti-calcification, plus omega-3 and magnesium 2. Powerhouse nutrients that reduce inflammation, support blood pressure, and improve sleep. If you or someone you love takes vitamins daily, this video could change your health starting today. So, which vitamins seem healthy but are actually dangerous for people over 60? Right now, we're going to look at the 5 vitamins you should avoid as soon as possible, because even one taken at the wrong dose can affect your heart, your nerves, and your long-term health. 1. High-dose vitamin E is greater than 400 IU. Vitamin E is often marketed as a miracle vitamin for heart health and anti-aging. But after age 60, especially when your body no longer metabolizes nutrients the way it used to, high-dose vitamin E can become a serious risk, even one that may directly impact your life. Here's the first thing you need to know. Vitamin E is a natural blood thinner. At the right dose, it reduces inflammation and supports circulation. But when the dose exceeds 400 IU per day, it can thin your blood too much, increasing the risk of uncontrolled bleeding, bruising, stomach bleeding, or even brain hemorrhage, especially if you're already taking blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, or other antiplatelet medications. Many people don't realize that vitamin E accumulates in the body over time, meaning you might feel fine today, but after months or years, the risk builds silently. A major analysis published in the Annals of Internal Medicine caught the attention of the medical community. People taking high-dose vitamin E for long periods had a slightly higher risk of early death compared to those who didn't. Even though the increase wasn't huge, for older adults with heart conditions or those on medications, this is something you absolutely cannot ignore. The good news is that most older adults are already getting enough vitamin E naturally from food. Almonds, sunflower seeds, cashews, olive oil, sunflower oil all provide rich, safe amounts of vitamin E thanks to the body's ability to absorb them gently. Bottom line, if you're over 60, there is rarely a good reason to take high-dose vitamin E. Getting it through your diet is more than enough to support your health, without the dangerous side effects. 2. High-dose vitamin A. Vitamin A has always been known as the good-for-your-eyes vitamin. So, many people over 60 believe that the more they take, the better. But this is a dangerous misconception. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means your body does not flush out the excess like it does with vitamin C or B vitamins. Instead, it accumulates in the liver, building up silently day after day until it becomes toxic. This problem becomes even more serious in older adults, whose liver, kidneys, and natural metabolic functions have already declined. When vitamin A levels exceed what your body needs, you may begin to experience a range of side effects. Headaches, nausea, fatigue, dry skin, hair loss, reduced vision, and most concerning of all, liver damage. Not only that, High-dose vitamin A has been shown to weaken bones, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and hip fractures, a particularly dangerous event for adults over 60. Several studies show that people who consume too much vitamin A from supplements have lower bone density and a higher risk of fractures compared to those who don't. Here's what you need to know. Most of us are not deficient in vitamin A. And even if you are, you don't need high-dose retinol from pills. Your body has a safer option. Beta-carotene from foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, spinach, and mangoes. When you eat beta-carotene, your body converts it into vitamin A only as needed, never too much, never toxic, and with no stress on the liver. Bottom line, after age 60, it's best to avoid high-dose vitamin A supplements unless specifically instructed by your doctor. Prioritize natural food sources, especially yellow, orange, and dark green vegetables, to protect your eyes, your bones, and your liver safely. 3. High-dose vitamin B. Vitamin B6 is an important nutrient for the brain, nervous system, and energy metabolism. But what very few people know is this. Vitamin B6 can become neurotoxic if taken incorrectly, especially for adults over 60. And the danger lies in the fact that it causes damage slowly, silently, and often without clear symptoms until the harm is already done. When you take high-dose B6, particularly over 100 milligrams per day, a large amount of pyridoxine begins to accumulate and disrupt the function of peripheral nerves. The result is that after a few weeks or months, many people start noticing tingling, numbness, burning sensations, difficulty sensing temperature, or a pins and needles crawling feeling in their hands or feet. If high doses are continued long-term, this can progress into permanent peripheral nerve damage. The European Food Safety Authority, EFSA, has clearly warned that prolonged high-dose B6 supplementation can cause neuropathy, and older adults are the most vulnerable because their nerves naturally age and regenerate more slowly. What's concerning is that many energy vitamins, brain boosters, and multivitamin formulas contain surprisingly high amounts of B6, causing people to unintentionally exceed safe limits. The good news is that most adults over 60 are not deficient in vitamin B6. A normal diet with foods like salmon, chicken, potatoes, bananas, and oats is more than enough to meet the daily requirement, roughly 1.5 to 2 milligrams. Bottom line, if you see more than 100 milligrams of B6 listed on a product label, it's best to avoid it. And if you're already experiencing tingling, numbness, or have any nerve-related conditions, stop immediately and speak with your doctor. Vitamin B6 is essential, but in high doses, it can become a hidden enemy of the aging nervous system. 4. High-dose vitamin C. Vitamin C is often promoted as an immune shield, especially during cold and flu season. That's why many people over 60 believe that taking very high doses, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams per day, will make them healthier and sick less often. But this is a very dangerous misconception, because at this age, your body can no longer process large amounts of vitamin C the way it used to. The first thing to understand is that vitamin C is ascorbic acid, a form of acid. When taken in high doses, especially from effervescent tablets or large pills, this acid can irritate the stomach lining, causing burning, bloating, reflux, or gastritis. For older adults who already have ulcers or chronic acid reflux, the damage can be even worse. But the more serious concern is the formation of kidney stones. When you take more than 1,000 milligrams per day, the excess vitamin C converts into oxalate, a compound that crystallizes easily in the kidneys and urinary tract. Many studies show that older men are especially at risk of developing oxalate kidney stones when taking high-dose vitamin C regularly. And kidney stones are not just painful, they can lead to infection, blockage, or even kidney failure if not treated promptly. In addition, high-dose vitamin C can reduce the effectiveness of certain medications or interact with them, especially blood thinners, statins, antacids, and some heart medications. The important point is, most older adults only need 75-100 milligrams per day, which is easily obtained through diet. 1 orange, A kiwi, a handful of strawberries, or a serving of leafy greens already provides enough natural, safe, and well-absorbed vitamin C. Bottom line, vitamin C is essential, but too much becomes harmful. Avoid mega-dose supplements and prioritize fresh foods to protect your stomach, kidneys, and immune system. 5. Calcium supplements. Calcium is often seen as a must-have nutrient for people over 60. And yes, your bones do need calcium. But what very few people realize is this: calcium supplements can actually harm your heart if taken the wrong way, potentially even more dangerous than not getting enough calcium at all. The issue lies in how the body absorbs it. When you swallow a large dose of synthetic calcium from a supplement, your blood calcium level spikes rapidly, something the body is not designed to handle. Instead of being carried into your bones, the excess calcium can deposit in the arterial walls, heart valves, or soft tissues. This process is known as arterial calcification, and it's one of the factors that sharply increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and atherosclerosis. Research from the Journal of the American Heart Association shows that people who take calcium supplements have a higher risk of developing calcified plaque compared to those who get calcium only from food. Older adults who already have a naturally higher cardiovascular risk are especially vulnerable. Another problem: many people take calcium without vitamin K2. Even though K2 is the nutrient responsible for directing calcium into the bones and preventing it from going into the arteries, without K2, a calcium supplement becomes almost like a double-edged sword. The good news is that you can get plenty of calcium from natural foods, which are safer, absorbed more gradually, and do not cause sudden spikes in blood calcium. Great food sources include dairy products, tofu, sesame seeds, almonds, kale, spinach, and other leafy greens. Bottom line, calcium itself isn't bad, but calcium supplements should only be used when truly necessary and under medical supervision. If you're over 60, prioritize food-based calcium and pair it with vitamin K, 2 plus D3, to protect both your bones and your heart. Now that you know which vitamins can become harmful after age 60, the more important question is, what does your body truly need to stay strong and healthy every day? Let's move into the 5 essential vitamins and nutrients that protect the heart, brain, bones, and energy levels for adults 60 plus. 1. Vitamin D3, 2,000 to 4,000 IU day. Among all the vitamins older adults need, vitamin D3 is arguably the most important. And here's the surprising truth: most seniors are deficient in vitamin D without realizing it. The reason is simple: after age 60, your skin produces far less vitamin D from sunlight. You spend less time outdoors, and your body no longer metabolizes it as efficiently as before. Vitamin D3 isn't just a bone vitamin. It acts like a hormone that regulates the entire body. It strengthens the immune system, helps fight infections, supports muscle strength to reduce fall risk, improves mood, eases mild depression, and plays a major role in reducing chronic inflammation, a contributing factor behind many age-related diseases. A 2020 study published in the BMJ found that older adults who supplemented with the right dose of vitamin D3 had a significantly lower risk of falling. This is crucial because a fall after age 60 can lead to hip fractures, loss of mobility, and long-term health decline. The safe and effective dose for older adults is 2,000–4,000 IU per day, depending on deficiency and sun exposure. And it's important to choose vitamin D3, not D2. Research shows that D3 absorbs better and maintains blood levels much more effectively than D2. Additionally, vitamin D3 works even better when paired with vitamin K2, which directs calcium into the bones and helps prevent arterial calcification, a common problem in adults 60 plus. Bottom line, if you're over 60 and could only choose one vitamin to supplement, vitamin D3 should be at the top of your list. It's the key to maintaining strength, mobility, a strong immune system, and a clear, vibrant mind. 2. Vitamin B12. 500 to 1000. Methylcobalamin. Among all the vitamins older adults are likely to become deficient in, vitamin B12 is at the top of the list. Even if you eat well, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, your body can still become deficient. Why? Because after age 60, the stomach produces less acid and less intrinsic factor, the two components required for B12 absorption. This causes absorption to drop sharply, sometimes to half of what younger adults can absorb. A B12 deficiency doesn't cause loud, obvious symptoms at first. Instead, it quietly damages the nervous system over time. Many older adults experience numbness in the feet, poor balance, unsteady walking, forgetfulness, and chronic fatigue, and assume it's just old age. In reality, these are classic signs of B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in cellular energy production, protecting the myelin sheath of nerves and supporting concentration, memory, and reflexes. Taking the right dose can significantly improve fatigue, mild confusion, poor sleep, and may even reduce the risk of falls by supporting sensory nerve function. Something extremely important for adults over 60. The recommended dose for seniors is 500 to 1000 mcg per day. And it's especially important to choose methylcobalamin, the most bioactive, better absorbed form compared to cyanocobalamin. This form is ready for the body to use without needing multiple conversion steps. The good news is that vitamin B12 is very safe. Your body will flush out any excess, so the risk of overdose is virtually zero. Bottom line, if you often feel tired, forgetful, off balance, or experience tingling in your hands or feet, check your vitamin B12 levels right away. For adults over 60, B12 supplementation not only boosts energy and memory, it acts as essential protection for your nervous system and mobility. 3. Vitamin K2 100 to 200 mK. Mk7. If vitamin D3 is the key that helps the body absorb calcium, then vitamin K2 is the traffic controller that decides whether calcium goes to the right place, your bones, or the wrong place, where it can cause harm. This is why vitamin K2 has become one of the most important nutrients for adults over 60. After age 60, the risks of arterial calcification, plaque buildup, heart valve calcification, osteoporosis, and fractures all rise sharply. And interestingly, all of these issues relate to how the body handles calcium. Without sufficient K2, the calcium you eat or supplement won't be delivered into the bones instead. It may deposit in the arteries, heart valves, or soft tissues. Vitamin K2, especially the Mk7 form, activates two crucial proteins: osteocalcin, which sends calcium into the bones, and MGP, matrix GLA protein, which prevents calcium from sticking to the arteries. This is the secret behind K2's powerful benefits for both bone and heart health. A famous long-term study from Rotterdam, following thousands of people, found that those with adequate K2 levels had about 50% lower risk of arterial calcification and heart disease compared to those who were deficient. No other vitamin shows this level of protection. Equally important, vitamin K2 does not work alone. It performs best when paired with vitamin D3. D3 improves calcium absorption, and K2 directs calcium to the right places. Lacking one weakens the effectiveness of the other. Because the modern diet contains very little K2, adults over 60 are recommended to supplement 100-200 mcg of Mk7 daily to protect heart health, strengthen bones, and prevent arterial calcification. Bottom line, if you're taking calcium or vitamin D3 without K2, you're missing a critical shield for your bones and your heart. 4. Omega-3, EPA, plus DHA, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. If there's one nutrient that protects the heart, improves the brain, and reduces joint inflammation for adults over 60, this isn't a trendy supplement. It's an essential nutrient that the body cannot produce on its own, meaning we must get it through food or supplementation. Omega-3 contains two key components: EPA and DHA. EPA helps reduce systemic inflammation, lower triglycerides, and stabilize cardiovascular health. DHA is concentrated in the brain, supporting memory, processing speed, and reducing the risk of cognitive decline, something many adults over 60 begin to notice more clearly. Research shows that older adults who take omega-3 regularly have a lower risk of heart attacks, better memory function, improved sleep, and significantly reduced morning stiffness or arthritis-related pain. Omega-3 also lowers chronic inflammation, a root cause behind many conditions: heart disease, diabetes, neurodegeneration, obesity, and even depression. The recommended dose for adults over 60 is 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of EPA plus DHA daily. Quality matters. Choose purified fish oil with contaminant testing, like mercury or algae oil. If you're vegetarian, algae still provides high-quality DHA. One thing many people overlook: modern diets, especially fast food and fried foods, contain excessive omega-6, a pro-inflammatory fat, when not balanced with omega-3. Supplementing EPA plus DHA helps restore that balance. Bottom line, after age 60, omega-3 isn't just a good choice, it's health insurance for your heart, brain, and joints. 5. Magnesium 200 to 400 milligrams. Glycinate, citrate. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for older adults, yet over 70% of people over 60 are deficient without realizing it. Absorption declines with age, and many common medications, diuretics, stomach acid reducers, and blood pressure drugs deplete magnesium even further. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. This means that when you're deficient, many essential functions begin to weaken. Common symptoms include insomnia, nighttime leg cramps, mild anxiety, palpitations, irregular heartbeat, high blood pressure, fatigue, and even blood sugar instability. For adults over 60, magnesium is especially important for sleep and muscle function. It relaxes the nervous system, helps you fall asleep more easily, and promotes deeper sleep. It also reduces muscle tension and cramps, one of the most common nighttime complaints with aging. Beyond that, magnesium helps stabilize heart rhythm, slightly lower blood pressure, and improve blood vessel relaxation. For anyone with hypertension or arrhythmias, this benefit is extremely valuable. It also improves insulin sensitivity, helping regulate blood sugar, especially helpful for prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. The safe and effective dose is 200 to 400 milligrams per day, preferably as magnesium glycinate, gentle, promotes sleep, or magnesium citrate, well absorbed, supports digestion. Avoid oxide forms, which are poorly absorbed. Bottom line, if you're over 60 and experiencing insomnia, muscle cramps, stress, rapid heartbeat, or high blood sugar, you may be deficient in magnesium. With the right form and dose, magnesium can become a silent hero, helping you sleep better, move better, and live healthier each day. Final summary. After age 60, your body no longer processes vitamins the way it once did. Choosing the right supplements is just as important as taking the right medications. The 5 vitamins to avoid can help prevent blood thinning, liver stress, nerve damage, kidney stones, and arterial calcification. Meanwhile, 5 essential nutrients: D3, B12, K2, omega-3, and magnesium protect your heart, brain, bones, and energy. Review your supplement cabinet and always consult your doctor before making changes. Your health after 60 depends on the smart choices you make today.